Motu-koitabuans called to rise up against police brutality. Teachers in Western Highlands question PNG Teachers Association.
This is National EMTV News with Mary Batulo.
Good evening and welcome to Sunday's news. Hanwabada villagers are being urged to come forward with information that can assist with investigations into the alleged shooting death of two young men at Hanwabada village last Friday. According to Samuel Lohia, president of the Motu-koitabu Way Forward, a group representing the people of Motu-koitabu, vital information is needed to build their case. A lawyer has already been identified to assist with the case.
The families of the deceased will not rest until justice is served on those policemen responsible. Mr. Lohia appealed to the villagers to come forward with information on the incident.
The Motu-koita society will rise up to, number one, ensure that justice is served for the death of Nicholas and Toka. They, no amount of money can, compensate these two lives that were just unnecessarily taken away yesterday. So that is our priority number one. There are some outstanding issues we have with the state. We will deal with them as well.
They will be engaging the help of a lawyer from the village to assist with the case. Police have also promised an investigation. Parents of the deceased say the manner in which their sons were allegedly killed warrants full investigation that must not be ignored by the police.
The son got shot on the right chest. It's a big hole in there. I'm just wondering how he got that. Everybody understands the wound and where it came from. It came from, I suspect that a sniper shot. Yes. It is calculated accurately to take the life of my son. And that big hole just instantly killed him.
Roadblocks will be maintained pending the investigation, while earlier demands put forward to the police will be reviewed. Mickey Cavera, National EMTV News.
It's been almost 2 days since the fatal clash between NCD police and Hanwabada villagers, which left two men dead. Tension within the village and surrounding areas is still high, with villagers adamant that they will not rest until justice is served. They are appealing to all Motu-koitabu people and city residents to join in the fight to put an end to police brutality and violence.
After the fatal clash between police on Friday that left two men dead, Hanwabada villagers are now calling on the Motu-koita Assembly and the Motu-koita people to stand together to seek justice for the two deaths. They say they want nothing but full cooperation from all village leaders and Assembly Chairman Miria Ikupu. Today, hundreds gathered in the village center debating on what to do next. Lohia Samuel, president of the Motu-koitabu Way Forward, said Hanwabada is not a settlement and should not be treated like one by the police. Samuel said a protest will be held in the coming days and evidence will be presented to the courts.
We're planning a march. I think we might do it on Tuesday or Wednesday, not tomorrow, because it's a bit early. So we will be suing the state for compensation for the deceased. And also, there were a few women as well who sustained injuries, so we'll try to identify them.
He then described how the two men were gunned down by police.
As you can see, if you can turn your camera, the Birunat market is over there, right there. See, over there? And where the boys were gunned down is at least 1,000 meters the other side. So if they're saying that death was the cause of boy selling, I think it's a bit wrong. So that we must make sure that their deaths are not in vain. We will do everything in our power as Motu-koita people to make sure that justice is served.
Samuel also appealed to city residents to support them in the fight to stop police brutality in the city. Meanwhile, roadblocks are still on from Hanwabada village to Baroni village. Stanley Ove Jr., National EMTV News.
5 female vendors in Port Moresby claim they were sexually assaulted by more than 10 police officers who were believed to be intoxicated. This incident occurred yesterday. They claim that the police officers picked them up in a police bus and sexually harassed them from 4 Mile to Dogura behind 7 Mile and also at the Gordons Police Barracks.
These women vendors are amongst other vendors that sell cooked food such as boiled eggs, biscuits and canned drinks in front of the Pacific International Hospital in 4 Mile. They said police officers rounded them up at 2 p.m. yesterday and forced them into a police vehicle, saying they were illegal vendors and will be fined for selling in public areas.
Online come up. Now rouse me black, catch me black. Nah, kissing me block at the family sit lily market me blocking.
But instead of taking them straight to the nearby police station, which was Baroko, the women said they drove past it to 6 Mile and then to Dogura. Bethy Simo was one of the victims. She said abusive languages were used on them and police asked them to spread their legs and surrender their belongings so they can do thorough checks.
Nam to okay, abim said blin a scared blin a atrocious flame balugim. Nam to one something okay, believe no okay sante yuxim so min na babim okay sante one. Nam to rouse scared blin. Nam rouse scared goes and me mabim okay the unblown goes again lo back said me. We go sem to abim barabli na look if susu blame to sen and put an gamos and mabim barabli me again.
They described the police conduct as illegal and are afraid of reporting the matter to police. When EMTV News contacted police, it was confirmed that no official complaint was laid by these vendors. They said almost 500 kina was removed from them, including phones and other personal items.
The phone blow me that's only black and again me back sinogo. Me to host me am to man narplo man me dia kirap no. Okay, phone tomorrow by me morning by me give me so me blam poko silip lompare exento.
The plate number of the bus was revealed to EMTV News. It was also found that the bus involved was registered to the Footbeat Patrol Unit and those officers involved are also members of the unit. The vendors were held for 2 hours before they were released from Gordon's Barracks at 4 p.m. yesterday. Takla Gunga, National EMTV News.
You're watching National EMTV News. Stay with us. More stories coming up after the break. Welcome back to the news. The role of the Papua New Guinea Teachers Association has once again been put under the spotlight. This time, teachers from the Western Highlands province have raised concerns that the association was not addressing their welfare and leave fare concerns appropriately. Mount Hagen Primary School head teacher David Numbaming blamed the association's national president Tommy Heko for illegally holding the PNGTA office after the failed elections in 2009.
In an interview with EMTV, the Mount Hagen Primary School head teacher David Numbaming and PNGTA president for Western Highlands Province Haita Sanangkepe said the PNG Teachers Association is malfunction because people occupying the top seats are not legally voted in after the failed election in 2009. Mr. Numbaming said the 4 regions are supposed to have 2 representatives each. However, this was not the case with the Highlands region. He said half of the Teachers Association members have resigned, leaving only 6 in position.
The teachers will stop. We like at Mouseman will stop. We like only PNGTA. We will member close to the staff was 32,000 members long. PNGTA will stop. Now we like contribute every payday. We got 1% plus salary. We like so go deduct along PNGTA will make work long. So me as a member, when me know I'm a Muslim, we will pay some money long by PNGTA. Can now establish almost. Since I'm making work room. Currently, NMCM is made up of 12 people, but so 5 only no staff. So at this point of time, you bloody music plan the issue brought teacher also. We don't know that legally mandated leaders long to long. On our behalf.
He claimed that PNGTA current president Tommy Heko is illegally in office, therefore is silent in addressing teachers' issues. Mr. Numbaming has called on the Education Minister, Nick Kuman, to immediately conduct an election for a new Teachers Association president.
Currently now in PNGTA where is established long leadership law Tommy Heko. Tommy Heko na line established mandate ball and finish. Only got more mandate. because we got the election law 2009, then PNCT election and failed election. Now, court been talked along by all new election, PNCT president and now line staff and general secretary, only work wrong, the firm playing power play below the system, now the firm going to currently PNCT president with Tommy Egon line staff and we get also more look at legal standing.
The teachers' leader in Western Highlands also expressed similar sentiments.
But the thing is now, people PNCT look at one mouse man teachers. So people like PNTTA in general secretary, one time or another authorities there making a lot of noises. They really don't know what teachers are facing in the classrooms.
The two leaders have praised the government for dismantling the outcome-based education system and reassured the government that teachers in Western Highlands province will not continue any sit-in protest when classes resumes. However, they want a full investigation into the PNGTA issue and teachers' leave and welfare must be addressed. Quinten Alomp, National EMTV News.
Despite continued public criticism on the ill behavior of some members of the three disciplinary forces, work is being done behind the scene to improve their public image. On Friday night, a dinner was hosted by the Police NCD Metropolitan Command and the Australian Federal Police, which brought together members of the Defence Force and the Correctional Service.
It has been years, if not decades, since such a combined event involving heads of all three forces coming together in one location. The dinner aimed primarily to rebuild the tradition of working as one disciplinary force is a new initiative of the NCD Command to work in partnership in serving the people of Papua New Guinea. And with the support and advising from AFP, the Police Partnership Program is creating avenues aimed to instill a positive relationship between the community and police.
Well, we're working together with the RPNGC to foster good relations with the Defence Force and the CIS, and it's the first time in many, many years that the three forces have come together in a setting such as this and had a formal dinner alongside each other with their colleagues and talking about important issues.
But it is through such events like the recent killings of the two villagers from Hanua Bada in Port Moresby by police that paints a negative picture on the force. In the midst of all this chaos, the police hierarchy says it will not entertain ill-behaving officers and appropriate disciplinary actions will be taken against those officers directly or indirectly involved.
Formed a team which will look into the investigations and to establish how the incident took place and of course establish the facts surrounding the investigation. And as a matter of investigation, if we find out after the investigations that of course that was a result of a direct hit from the police, obviously it will be a matter for us to investigate and of course to prosecute as well.
Meanwhile, similar sentiments were shared by CS Commissioner Michael Waipo on the proposed working side-by-side initiative of all three forces at the passing out of the first batch of correctional officers from Bomana Correctional Institute on Friday. Waipo said he looks forward to piloting a cadetship training with defense cadet officers, which is aimed to reinstall and lift the discipline in both forces.
Explore opportunities for partnership with police and defense for a joint leadership program so that we can have a high standard set for leaders in the three discipline forces.
Tekla Gunga, National EMTV News.
Northern Governor Gary Jufa has raised concerns on foreigners taking over reserved businesses meant for Papua New Guineans. He says government agencies have failed to address this ongoing issue, resulting in Papua New Guineans being marginalized in income-generating opportunities. Every year, 60,000 students leave school to compete for only 10,000 available jobs. He says this alarming statistic should act as a reminder for the government to protect Papua New Guinean businesses and jobs.
What are we doing about protecting jobs for Papua New Guineans? What are we doing about protecting the small Papua New Guinean businessman who's paying so much in taxes, who is competing with foreigners, and who is not given any assistance whatsoever? So I'd like to tell the politicians who are always running around preaching about SMEs, stop preaching about SMEs, actually do something about it. Put some legislation in there to protect PNG businesses and protect PNG work.
You're watching National EMTV News. We'll bring you all the sporting details up next.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Mosby FC came from behind to hold off Ley City Dwellers in a 2-all draw in the 2015 National Soccer League opener in Ley yesterday. City Dwellers Nigel Dabinyaba and Raybon Gunemba were instrumental for their side, scoring a goal each. Charles Lepani saved the day for the Port Moresby boys, blocking off 6 goal attempts from the Dwellers. Sylvester Gawi with this update from Ley.
Despite Friday night's overcast in Ley City, hundreds of supporters turned up at the Sir Ignatius Kilage Stadium for round 1 of the 2015 National Soccer League. Ley City Dwellers opened up the scoreboard about 2 minutes into the game, with Nigel Dabinyaba sending in his first goal for 2015. 5 minutes later, Port Moresby's Neil Hans puts the ball in front for teammate Andrew Marapau to equalize the scoreline. Raymond Gunemba retaliated by sending in another goal for the Ley City Dwellers to take over the lead at 2-1.
We missed definite 5 goals. They could have been bigger margin.
Both teams put on an entertaining 90 minutes of football, with young Port Moresby goalkeeper Charles Lepani stopping several goal attempts from the Dwellers. Andrew Lepani, Cyril Muta and Neil Hans led a host of experienced players against a young Ley side. A corner strike from Neil Hans in the second half found a net for the Port Moresby boys to level the score at 2-all. City Dwellers coach Peter Gunemba didn't make any changes during the game, which allows fatigue to capitalize on his side.
Majority of boys first time to NSL, so first half go struggle but then pick up.
Nigel Dabinyaba and Raymond Gunemba were commended for the outstanding defense and attack for the Ley City Dwellers. They led a pack of new players with no experience playing in the semi-professional competition.
But Ley played very well. You know, new players. Nigel and Raymond led the team well, and they are unlucky not to get some more goals. But in saying that, I thought the boys, our players, put in a good effort.
Games in Port Moresby were suspended on technical grounds, and washout games are to be played during the week. Meanwhile, the Ley boys will travel to Medang in the coming weekend to play the Medang Fox, while FC Pom will be on bye. Sylvester Gawi, National EMTV Sports, Ley.
Since its opening 5 months ago, the Murray Barracks Gym has been the place to be for a growing number of young people in and around the nation's capital looking to improve their health and fitness. The gym, open 7 days a week, sees people from all walks of life using its facilities. Due to this increased interest, the gym has increased its staff numbers. Godwin Eki reports.
Known as the youngest and newly operated gym in the nation's capital, Port Moresby, the Murray Barracks Gym sees hundreds of young and enthusiastic gym goers each and every week to keep fit. The gym mainly sees young people or youths from the community or settlements that come to use the gym.
Been open for around 5 months now. We opened in September last year. There was a big opening done by the PM, Peter O'Neill, and Sports Minister as well. It's the only public gym of its kind in Port Moresby at the moment. Also, we cover all areas of fitness. We've got, as you can see in the background here, we've got the weight room, also cardio rooms, boast I think 6 treadmills, about 12 bikes, and a couple of cross trainers as well. So,
since the opening of the gym, so many athletes have come through, such as PNG Sprint Queen Toya Whistle and others. Since then, SPPNG Hunters have also used the gym and other sporting teams from around the country.
a lot of young kids, high school age kids leading into uni, they come in here mainly in the afternoon. So from about 3 o'clock onwards, it gets pretty full. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of the demographic are mainly the high school teenagers that come in to get fit. Also, we get quite a bit of female customers now. I've also employed 3 females here to assist with them. So yeah, a lot of the ladies, I think they feel comfortable in the
Also attached to the gym is the swimming pool that was opened by the sports minister and sees many young people, especially during the weekends and weekdays after school, to swim or even exercise. The gym is open 7 days a week and has membership available for interested individuals who are interested in becoming members of the gym. Godwin Eki, National, EMTV Sports.
And that's all we have for sports tonight. The weather details up next.
True Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
This weather information is brought to you by Tablebirds.
Taking a look at the weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow in the southern region, fine in all centers. To the Momasi region, Leh and Madang, you can expect showers, fine for both Wewak and Vanimore. Over to the New Guinea Islands, fine weather expected for Lorengau, Kavieng, Rabaul and Buka as well as Kimbe, you can expect showers. And in the Highlands region, all centers fine apart from morning fog. And that's where we end today's bulletin. This Sunday, the 25th of January 2015. That's been the news, sport and weather. From all of us here, thanks for your company. Do join us for Talk Pizza at 7 p.m. this evening. Pleasant viewing.